This is a Headgum podcast.
I start off by offering the guest their choice, their chair or that chair.
I'm doing red.
Red? Okay,
Yeah.
you're doing red. Is that for aesthetic purposes?
I feel like because I'm wearing black and you're wearing the... I feel like we pop better in this arrangement.
You know what? I bet you're right. Let's switch it up for 1 second.
Okay. See? Now I'm like... Now you can't
Oh, yeah,
really
you
see
just
me.
sort of fall... Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Do me a quick favor. Let's swap this.
There we go.
Nope. And
Okay.
I'll put it
no.
back.
Okay.
And now I'll put this back. Yeah, I think that's better.
Yeah. I don't think I need this.
Okay.
No disrespect to the pillow.
Sure. Okay, take that.
Oh, this is nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
All right. Is that good?
That's
Is that better?
beautiful.
Okay, let's swap that out for this.
Okay.
And
case.
give me this.
Oh, wait. No, this is it.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's swap this out with that one.
Okay.
Okay. And then give me this.
Yeah.
And I'll put this here. And then let's put this.
What about what about the awards? Or the
Let's
book?
yes.
The book.
The book. Get rid of these. Get this thing out of here. And
Yeah, clean it up.
this thing. And let me give these to you.
Are these yours or do we? Or do
They're,
we
I mean,
share?
they're universal. It's the royal we.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then you can take the book, and let's
Okay.
put that behind your head.
Wait, this is beautiful.
Yeah, you're welcome. And put that there.
Oh, I know Connor.
Okay. Connor Oberst.
Ratliff.
I don't know who that is.
Well, he won Best Host in 2022.
Oh, he's a wonderful host.
Yeah, isn't he?
Yeah, he's great. Connor Oberst?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
let's not clutter up this. I don't like
Okay.
this. This is a heavy.
2022 was a huge year for the podcast here.
Yeah, that's when it peaked. I think it's all kind of downhill. After that, let's get rid of this. And let me give you...
This is really cute.
It's very light. This
Very
is
light.
funny. I got this on Hollywood. Have you been to Hollywood? They have the stores. Yeah, they have the thing. And I got it. And they're like, what's your name? I said, Jake Hurwitz. And then they printed it up. And
There,
it's like
you're
the
a winner.
golden microphone.
Wait, and this? Hey, it's okay.
It's not okay.
It's okay.
Julio Torres.
It's okay.
Okay. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I was trying to recall the. We're speaking today with Julio Torres of the Birmingham Torreses, where we first met. And I feel like it was a comedy festival, or no?
Okay. I have a different memory of that.
That's not that. My memory's shaky. I'm wondering if that's
What comedy festival would it have?
Oh, could have been Sketchfest.
I think it could have been.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then.
What was the Comedy Central? Didn't Comedy Central have a festival at one point in San
In
Francisco?
Chicago. They had one was it Chicago? No, it was San Francisco. You're right.
They
right.
called it.
Yeah, it was like a big. They only it was
It happened like 3 times or 2.
maybe 2. Yeah, because it was terribly run.
Wait, it was. It
Yeah.
really was. I recall it was like one of the simplest things. It's like they were like, "Do you have any friends that are coming to see you?" And I give them one name, and then like getting that person.
It would now. I would say I would
And like
defend it by saying it's a very complicated thing to put together.
I could never run a festival.
Like you go to Bonnaroo and you're like, how do you do this?
No,
every year? This is
no.
crazy.
Of course,
the logistics of everybody and everybody's got.
But the thing is, like, they did different. Like, it was the wristband situation where like people bought wristbands, but that wristband didn't necessarily get them into the shows
it was very
they wanted.
poorly run. And I think there's a reason why it only lasted 2 years or so. As opposed to like Outside Lands, which is very well run.
It is.
And they kind of and they sort of go, okay, comedy is going to be run by this person, and this stage is run by this person.
Where's Outside Land?
San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I have a funny story about that. But Julio, this would be I think, optimum time to remind you that I'm going out on tour.
Okay.
Starting,
I forgot.
Starting in September. Yeah, it's called the End of the Beginning of the End Tour.
Mm-hmm.
And you just go to my website, officialdavidcross.com. I'm playing
officialdavidcross.com.
Yep.
Okay.
And it'll have all the dates and the cities. I'm doing, I believe, 44 in the States for now, and then Canada and Europe.
44?
Yep. And then I'll do more. How about that?
44?
Do more. Yeah. Yep.
Over how long?
That'll take me up to December, mid-December. And
that's a lot.
You know what? That is the response I get from people, but
okay, so I'm not crazy. That is a lot.
It's a lot to some folks, yeah. I mean, I do get that a lot from other comics, and but I mean, if you're going to go out there, go out there.
Like I left the house.
You know, I mean, I'm already halfway to Des Moines. Why don't I continue going to Des Moines? And look, Iowa City's right around the corner. Go to Iowa City. What's that? Sioux City, Sioux Falls. Let's knock it off. All right, let's go to
You like
Denver,
it. You
Boulder.
Like being on the road, and
I love doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
I have such a good time. My audiences have a good time. I've got amazing fans.
Well, that's good.
And I truly enjoy it. The getting there and the shitty... I was looking today, the tour manager was advancing me a bunch of hotels to look at, and I was like...
Oh, God, those grids. Those grids. Like, that's so many... Is that 44 hotels? No, that's not 44 hotels.
Fuck yeah, it's 44 hotels. What do you think, I levitate? Of course I'm staying at a hotel.
Crazy.
Yeah, but some
Think
of them...
all the Wi-Fi passwords.
I know. Well, my phone, a lot of places, I mean, this will be, my 10th tour or something like that, and I just go in and it automatically connects because, yeah, I've been to the IHG Kimpton Hotel in, Eugene or wherever.
Do you do it with someone else? Are you going with a buddy who's also performing?
Yeah, you know Sean Patton.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm serious. I am going with Sean Patton.
I do know Sean Patton.
I'm so sorry, Julio. My phone likes to
but I love
chime in. Yeah.
Okay. So that's good that you're gonna have a friend.
Yes, it makes a huge difference. I don't have a tour bus. I had that a couple times.
Well, there's only two of you,
right? Well, last time I had my family, and it was great. Ann and Nanny, and my wife was doing a book tour, kind of paralleling, where I was. So we all
did they have a lot of the same stops? Her book tour?
Yeah, yeah. She designed it. She did it according to my schedule.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
what was the book about?
Some feminist screed, burn the patriarchy bullshit. Listen to me. I'm a woman. That's what That's what you assume. That's the voice I hear in my head.
Yeah.
Reading it. No, that book was. She's written 7 books, I believe, and that book was, I believe, Any Man, which is a fiction book.
Mm.
It was either Any Man or Era of Ignition, I believe. It was one of those two.
And the book tour for her looks like some readings and some signings and those kinds of things.
Yeah, and her audience is
more like they don't ha 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 they
No, it's very much that. That's how I describe. That's my impression of the when I'd go to like art house theaters. You go to like Film Forum or something like that, and you go see and especially New York.
Yes.
But this applies everywhere.
Yes.
And you go to see a movie, and there'll be somebody will just make the reference like a Jungian reference or whatever the fuck it is, or a Skinner box or something, and it's not that funny, right? Mm-hmm. But then there's always like an older NPR couple that's in front, and they go, always go,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what okay, so that is what to me is like no offense to listeners, but like New Yorker magazine humor.
Yeah.
Like when when how like the threshold for funny in theater is different than
Yes.
So it's always like, where is she? Oh, she must be taking a selfie. and they're like, oh. And then the audience roars in laughter because there's a vague mention of something sort of contemporary.
Oh, dude, that's perfect. Yeah, like, that's very New Yorker. Yeah. That kind of. That's such a perfect example. And they just love it. Like, yes, she probably is taking a selfie. If I know Bernadette.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But with those art house theaters,
the word influencer gets is a trigger.
Yes. Yeah. Because it's something like when they hear the word influencer, it's sort of like hearing like, I don't know.
This is what Terry Gross was talking about.
Yeah. It's like the tectonic plates or something to them. It's like something they sort of understand what it is, but they can't really.
They know it's a reference. They should go,
Yeah.
Yes.
But what you were saying about the art house theaters, I always feel like I'm walking on eggshells a bit in those spaces.
Yeah.
One time I went to I think it was like Lincoln Plaza Cinemas or it was Film Society of Lincoln Center, which I love that theater. But I was there by myself and I had a backpack on, and then it's not a backpack crowd. Not a backpack crowd.
Oh, no. It wasn't a fall reckon or fall ribbon?
Well, it was, I had a backpack on, and then I went to the bathroom.
Oh, no.
And I left my backpack in the theater.
This is post 9/11.
Okay, well, I wasn't thinking that it was such a trigger for people.
Everything changed.
And
we lost our innocence that day.
And I come back, and there's this woman losing it, and she's demanding that the usher open my backpack and go through it. And he goes, "Is this your backpack?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then she is just so upset.
Wait,
she's
is
like,
the movie playing right now?
No.
Okay.
This is like trailers haven't even begun yet.
Do you remember the movie?
I don't remember the movie, actually.
Was it it was City of Men, or the one that opens with the backpack exploding? God, imagine. No,
and even if it was, she wouldn't have seen that movie at this point. So,
okay.
But she was just.
Was that the name of the movie I'm thinking of?
I think Children of Men.
Children of Men. Yeah. Yes, got it. City of Men. That's Julio. That's a whole different.
That's a
different kettle of fish.
I'm going there later. No. She was so upset. And she was just like kept huffing. Like, what do you think? Like, blah blah. And then she just mentions like some airport where a backpack had exploded, like citing her sources, right?
Right.
And
the fact that you came back should negate it, right?
Well, and to me, I'm the kind of person where like if a problem was already solved, we should stop talking about the problem.
That's my point. Yeah,
because
nobody got hurt.
You thought that it might have been a bomb.
Fair enough.
It wasn't.
But we now know it isn't.
Let's get over it. Like, yes. I can't go back in time.
Yes.
And de-traumatize you.
Right.
And not only that, but like she was seated behind me, and the preview started happening. The usher had left already. The preview started happening, and she was still muttering to her husband throughout the whole previews about how insane it was that I left my backpack there.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, she's probably
what if she
talking about it right now.
I hope she doesn't hear this podcast. What if she thought that it had nothing to do with the bomb, but she's like, what if there's a sandwich in there, like a cheese sandwich?
Yeah, he should have paid for snacks at the theater.
Yeah, that's what she was upset about. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. There's, have you ever read Metropolitan Diary in the New York Times? It's been running, I think it's every, whatever, there's a day that it runs, every Wednesday or whatever it is. And it's been running for decades and decades, longer than I've been alive. And it's people write in with their funny anecdotes. Funny is completely subjective, of course, because there's never ever been a funny thing in the history of it. There's not been one funny.
So what are the anecdotes like? I miss my stop on the queue.
It's usually, I'd say 20% of the time, it's something precocious that a child says.
Oh,
yep.
God.
Yes, I'd say 1/5 of the time it's a child just said something precocious on the subway.
Having to be like, whoa.
Yeah. And then sometimes it's about a good deed. Somebody will do something nice, but then it'll be tagged with an odd thing that they say, So it's like, I watched a man accidentally hit a rearview mirror, and it's always florid. The writing is it's overwritten. Every fucking thing, every time it's overwritten, and it's Is
it the same? Right? Is it people are submitting?
Yeah. It's just and it's all
so it's different people.
Folks like. I shouldn't say all, but it's a lot of Upper East Side,
of course,
folks.
Yeah,
Upper West Side, Upper East Side, but
New Yorker caption contest.
It's
people,
that.
Yeah. I'm sorry to the magazine.
Have you ever seen? I'm off social media now, but shitty New Yorker captions.
No,
it's a site. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
all right, let me.
He's busy.
Well, that was not supposed to be phony. I've asked you politely twice now. I've asked you twice to not chime in. I'm talking to my guest. All right. Sorry about that. What was I saying?
The writing is very florid and
it's multiple people write in, but it's all the same tone, and it's all there's nothing funny or. It's all like precious.
Well, this is
shit.
so they show it to each other, right? So that when they go to the dinner party, they're
I'm
like
published.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's that. It's sort of like Upper East Side Craigslist misconnections.
Sort of, yeah.
In that, like, there was a certain cachet to be like, oh, someone wrote a misconnection about me.
Yeah, they're reaching out. I was the guy who
was at the
ran into
shop,
the
blah,
rearview
blah, blah.
mirror and I went to fix it, but then I gave him a Bitcoin, or whatever the fucking thing is. Anyway, that's a poor example, because that'd be mildly humorous.
I can't believe they have space in the newspaper for this.
It's not much, and it'll be nestled amongst the Tiffany jewelry ads and the Sotheby's, mansions for rent ads, and I mean, it's New York Times ads it's basically Town and Country, I mean, it's high end shit,
How long do you think till they stop printing it? And it's just like iPad.
That is a good question. I mean, it becomes less relevant by the day. It becomes less trustworthy by the day.
Right.
And this is going back, decades, and I guess it'll remain in print because they do charge a fair amount for it, for just a copy of the newspaper. And as long as you have people like Thomas Friedman and kind of clowns like that who are, putting in filling up the op-ed pages, and that they have, lobbyists get to write an opinion piece. And, people from J.P. Morgan or whatever get to write their opinions about things. I think there'll always be enough for it to stay as a tangible piece of, as a newspaper that you can get.
Mm-hmm.
And, you can't, when you walk into a state senator's office and they've got the thing framed of the op-ed, that's valuable. There
would be something very humiliated about printing the article and then framing the computer paper.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so. Well, what if you had a really good, you could go to FrameBridge, right?
Is that a sponsor?
It actually is, but I've used FrameBridge. It's one of the few, I'm not kidding. It's one of the few that I I'm like, oh, I've way before they became a
wait. I don't know
sponsor.
what. Okay, I'll bite. What is Framebridge?
It's like it's
just a framing company.
That's what they want you to think. It's really about bestiality. I don't want to get into the whole.
Okay,
it's like a
that's
it's
where
like
the
a
money's
dark
going.
web. Yeah, it's
okay.
No, it's a place where you send digital copy of your photos, so you can go from your phone right into their site, whatever, and they will, and then you go and you pick the, whether you have a matte, whether it's a shadow box, whether you pick the frame, the thickness, the color, all that stuff, the material, and then they give you the print and they ship it to you, all made and everything framed, within days, and it's awesome. I have a bunch of their stuff, of our family and daughter and stuff that stuff I took on my phone.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then I sent them. I cropped it. Some I cropped my own, but and then send it to them, and then you get a framed, and it's quality. It's not. It's museum quality.
Museum quality.
Ripley's Believe It or Not museum. That quality.
Feel like
Madame Tussauds.
I feel like I would make I feel like I am. My emails are like 50% accurate, I would say.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, I'm always.
Your emails.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Let me elaborate on that. I feel like I have very, how like in job ads they say they're looking for people with quote unquote attention to detail.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that. So then if someone says,
oh, you're mistake prone. You won't proofread. You won't proofread.
I won't proofread. I don't double check. I never remember a single password. I get dates wrong. So I feel like with this, I would accidentally send them like a screenshot of an email, and then I would get that framed back to me.
I would love that.
Yeah, and it would take a couple of tries before I actually get the thing that I needed. Hundreds of dollars into it.
That would be some interesting
like a pixelated
art. That's like some
screenshot.
Mike Kelly type art.
Sure.
Yeah. Rest in peace. But it's like, the screenshot of half of your email.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a good photo.
Zooming into, or like Kati that someone said in a text message that I took a screenshot of.
I would totally.
To show it to someone else.
And it's a little bit pixelated?
It's a little bit pixelated, for sure. It's a little bit pixelated.
Julio, that's art. That's some art.
Hey, yeah. I should sell it. Mm-hmm. Have you ever done visual art?
No, I'm not. That's I wish I had that skill.
Okay.
My daughter is excellent.
What does she do?
I mean, she does art. She's 7.5. But she.
Oh, got it. Okay.
She is already beyond what I can do, and then I say like, Daddy can do designs. I'll do some designs, and I will do but I can't draw a cat or a dog or a car or a plane. I can't.
Sure. Wait, when you say Daddy can do designs, what do you mean by that?
If she asks me to do, Daddy, will you?
Like, you'll recommend a typeface for her.
No, I will. I will. She'll sit down. She has her little art table, right? Mm-hmm. And it's
first step. She sits down.
Yeah, she sits down. Mm-hmm. And she's got a fit to her body massage chair, which I got for about $2,900, and it's,
right. She's
already out of it. She's already after a month. It's probably a bad idea, not a good idea, but and like one of those things that Templeton Grady designed. The autistic woman for autistic kids. I told her she's autistic. She's not, but I told her she's autistic. Yeah. And just because I want her to feel like, wow, I'm really doing well for an autistic kid, Oh,
that's nice.
And for self-esteem purposes. And so she has her art table. She'll sit down. Daddy, will you? I want to draw a forest with a werewolf and a volcano, mm-hmm. And an owl that can shoot lasers out of its eyes.
So
okay, well,
that's a lot of story.
Yeah, well, that's her brain. So
sure.
I'm like, I can't really. I could do the volcano part, maybe. And then you do. I can't do a werewolf, and I can't do I can't do that stuff. And she can do. She's pretty good.
Whoa.
And so I do. I draw design. I draw. Intricate kind of.
Oh wait, so you make a picture together?
Yeah, and I'll draw
that's
the
really
design.
nice.
Oh,
I like that.
Yeah.
Do you have how many kids do you have?
One.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that you wanted kids?
Oh, wait, are we counting my dog? That little lady. So I have two kids.
You have two kids.
Daughter
Okay.
and my dog.
What's the dog's name?
Rose.
Rose?
My daughter named her. Yeah. It was a birthday present.
Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah. So,
did you always know you wanted kids?
yes. Yeah.
You did. Okay.
I didn't. I mean, I knew it was going to be later in life, but I absolutely wanted kids. I wanted more than one. And I grew up. There were three of us, me and two younger sisters, and I thought three is like such a great family number too.
Three
To have three kids. Yeah, and things just didn't shake out that way.
I definitely don't have kids in my future, and
you don't want kids.
No.
Okay.
But and here is why I think I don't want kids. A couple of reasons. First of all, I really like being left alone at will.
Yep, that's that flies right out the window.
And second, I feel nervous when someone asks me to explain something that I don't know how to explain. So, like, for example, I was watching some TV show, and the kid asked the dad, like, how to read time on his watch, and the dad's explaining that to him, and I was like, oh my god, if a kid asked me how to, like, read the clock, I don't know that I feel like explaining that to them.
That's a great reason not to have children. That's
I don't
the
feel
smartest
like
reason I've ever heard.
Just like, look it up. I don't know.
Dude, first of all, it's not like they're born asking you questions. But
I feel like it's a lot of questions.
There are tons of questions, and they get
and you don't know. And you don't have the answer for a lot of them, I bet.
No, I don't. But I talk about it, explain things. But a lot of the questions are absurd. They're
absurd questions I can deal with, like backwards and forwards. I'm completely fine with the absurd questions. It's the sort of tangible questions that I should have the answers to, like, why is the sky blue? Or why does
fucking refracted light? Done. Move on. What's next?
What if they present you with like a big math problem?
That's not me. Don't look at me.
Wait, that's your answer to your kid?
Yeah,
don't look at me?
Well, it will be when her math skills surpass mine,
yours,
which I probably have fourth graders.
I feel like her skills are going to surpass, because I do think that, like, obviously kids in school have a more rounded understanding of the world than most adults, because we haven't taken all those classes in so long. So there will be like science questions that you don't know the answers to, and I would just feel like I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about the periodic table. Like, don't bring that to my house. I was done with that.
You marched right out of here, young man.
I was done with that.
You take that shit down the street, put it in the trash can.
Yeah.
No.
I'm also watching Big Love, which that's a lot of kids.
Yeah. Well,
that's a lot of kids.
You don't have to be Mormon.
Yeah, I guess I don't. But
and you don't have to have 3 partners that also have kids.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Big Love?
No.
I just started watching it.
Yeah, is it good?
It's fantastic.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check it out.
Okay, fine.
Chloe Sevigny, heaven in it. So funny.
New York's It Girl.
New York's It Girl.
Hey.
Shout out. Have you ever had her on the podcast?
I have not. Phony, you know that I haven't. I swear to God. I'm not being sarcastic.
Yeah. Wait, I feel like... Does she do podcasts?
I don't know.
Wait, you should have someone like that. Is it always comedians?
No.
It's always funny people.
It's interesting people. I like that they're funny, and I like that I have a personal relationship with them, even if it's like just, you know.
Have you ever had someone you don't like?
No.
Would you?
Depending, sure. I mean, if it was somebody that the premise of this for me is a conversation with just a conversation. We'll see how it goes for an hour and change. And it's just like if I met somebody at a bar and I was sitting, at a pub and struck up a conversation with whether it was like, oh, that's a cool shirt. Where'd you get that shirt? And we just started talking. Obviously, there are different parameters here,
right.
and we have to fill up some time. But that's the idea, is just have a conversation, see where it goes.
But what about like your high school bully?
I didn't really have a high school bully.
I'm just trying to think of like a...
I mean, I did in early part of high school before I went to the School of the Arts. And I had... Actually, Julio. So this is true. So there was a guy... I moved around every year. I was in a different school in Florida, Georgia, Connecticut, New York, before I moved back down to Georgia, where I was born, and in 4th grade. So when I moved, it was a big culture shock, and I went. So there was this kid. Oh, and I was Jewish. I had a Jewfro, very poor, so I had like thick glasses with tape around them because if they broke, couldn't afford it. So I looked like a cartoon character, and especially to a bunch of white Southern Baptists. This is suburbs of Atlanta, but very rural too. And so I think I was the only Jewish kid, and some really horrible things happened to my sister and I. Like we're just terrible anti-Semitic shit. But outside of that, so there's this kid named, I remember his name, Stan Short, and they called him Moose because he looked like the color.
Moose is trouble.
No, he looked like the character Moose from the Archies.
Okay, yeah, so Moose is trouble.
Yeah, big guy, blonde hair. And this is in 4th grade. And it was Jesus Christ. And I feel like I'm I'm fucking shutting this down. That's enough. Usually there's like 1 or 2 a day or a episode, but this thing is going crazy. What if I find out later, like,
yeah, I know. Now hospital. I'm nervous. Wait, for a fact it's not important.
Check. No, but let's see.
Check.
I'm gonna check. Yeah, Marla's in the hospital. Okay.
Yeah, that can wait. Okay.
Brain thing. So what was I saying?
Moose.
So yes, so Moose said, I'm paraphrasing this, but this is really pretty close.
Oh no.
He said his father told him...
Monster already. Monster. Moose's father, monster.
Wait, there's an end to this.
Okay.
There's an end to this. So his father told him to hit me, or he should hit me, and something about being Jewish. But he said it kind of... It wasn't scary, and there was a feeling of, as 2 kids have, and what would you be? 4th grade is what, 9? I think 10, 9, 10? 10. I would have been 10, 9 or 10. And, 10. So, but his father said something about being Jewish and that he should hit me or something like that. So he's going to hit me after school.
Wait, sorry. He's scheduling it.
Yes. He's gonna hit me after school.
So he's giving you a heads up.
Yeah, and he's telling me why. No. And it wasn't like, you have 7 hours to run and then the hunting begins. It wasn't like, It was just letting me know. It wasn't like, I'm going to kick your ass. It was hit me. Okay. And so I had to walk around with that all day. And
were you nervous all day?
Oh, yeah. Awful. It was awful. And some of the anti-Semitic shit was so overt. It was shocking, man. But Anyway, so Stan, then at the end of the day, he's like in the hallway, he's like, I told you I'm going to hit you. And then he hits me. It's like hard, but not that hard. You know, like he could have hit me a lot harder and was on the arm.
Okay, so he was sort of checking a box. He was...
Yes, and he
was clocking in. His heart wasn't in it.
His heart was not in it.
But he had to tell his dad that he...
Yeah, I imagine, you know. And it was just such a weird kind of perfunctory thing for him to do. And then... Years later, I was 17, 18, maybe.
And he said, I'm going to kiss you after school.
No. I was working at the Tower Place 6 movie theater, AMC, Tower Place 6 in Buckhead, and which is still there, actually. And the usher ticket thing was in front of the double doors. Right, so it's 6 theaters. You come in, you buy your tickets outside at the window, and then you come through, and there's a box, and I tore your ticket, and I can see him in line. I believe Porky's was playing.
Oh my God, this is scripted.
And I can see him, and
Moose
and
is
I'm like,
all excited to see Porky's.
Yeah, and I believe it was Porky's. I'm pretty sure, and I recognize him. I haven't seen him since 4th grade. And I know immediately, oh my God, it's Stan Short. This is the guy who hit me because I'm Jewish. Oh shit. And he's coming, he's getting closer, he's getting his ticket. Oh fuck. Oh, it just feels weird, you know?
Yeah.
And then he comes up and he's like, hey, David Cross, how are you? I was like, good. Stan, hi, good. All right, man, what are you doing? I guess you're working here. All right. See you later. And that was that.
You know why?
Why?
I think, okay, I'm projecting a lot here. But I'm like, right, because now he's fucking 18 and he's fucking like on his way to being a senator.
Yeah, he can't fuck up. You know, he could be a great guy. He could be an asshole. I don't know.
I will say that it did seem like... Okay, so you said he was a big guy, right?
He was a big guy, yeah. Okay. He was certainly big for his age.
Big for his age, not something that he chose. Being called Moose, not something that he chose. Asshole father, not something that he chose.
Yeah.
Maybe there was a lot of pressure on him to be this monster, and maybe he outgrew that. Maybe.
I'm hoping, yeah. I would hope so. Obviously, he didn't remember, and. You know.
Okay, you don't know that he didn't remember, though. He might remember.
I don't. Yeah, you're right. He
might remember, and he might feel embarrassed. Or he turned to his date and was like, yeah, I fucking kicked his ass. Because you know why?
Because he's Jewish. Yeah.
No, let's watch Porky's.
Yeah, let's settle in and watch Porky's. I'm going to unzip my pants. You give me a handy.
Yeah. I mean, the scheduling of the hitting is very interesting to me because I've only ever seen that.
Uncommon. That was not a thing like I'm going to kick your ass after school.
I've seen that a lot in movies. I've never seen it.
Oh, I got that. I'm going to, when we get off the bus, I'm going to kick your ass.
And that's because like when no one's watching and I'm not accountable, I'm going to do this bad thing.
Yeah, I guess.
Because it's like
I can't kick your ass right now in the hallway or I'll get in trouble.
Because I'm a coward.
And also... it gives the word time to travel through the school, because
they want an audience.
Yeah,
they want an audience.
Yeah.
Did you hit back ever?
Nope. No.
Yeah.
I got in not in that situation. I got in a fight in around the same time, 4th grade. I was at this shitty redneck apartment complex, and these 2 brothers, like Harry and Ken Lamar, I believe, and pissed in their living room. Like, thought it was funny. The guy would piss in the corner in the carpet.
In their own living room?
In their own living room. Just redneck trash. I mean, it was a trashy
did you have any insight as to how the parents reacted to that? Like, would they laugh and say, like, ha, good going?
I don't think they were... the parents gave a shit. I mean, we're talking like trash
You still smell it though. That's like a problem. They're creating a problem.
Yeah, no, I mean these kids were not.
Oh, okay.
They literally shit where they eat,
Yeah.
and there was something with my sister where one of the brothers like knocked my sister over, and it was one of the few times where I was like, "You motherfucker," and I like wailed on him.
Wow.
But outside of that, and then a time when I was 18 and I was at Catch a Rising Star here in New York City in a long line to sign up and see if I'd be one of 18 people that go on at 1 a.m. thing. And there was a guy, and I remember one of his bits was he had drawn E.T. on his stomach, and then he would lift up his shirt and do like ventriloquism with E.T.
In love, sold. Best friend immediately.
Yeah, and got a sitcom deal that night.
Yeah, of course. They were like, you gotta do the E.T. on the belly. Now the lawyers say it can't be E.T., so we're gonna have to come up with a different character.
TT.
Yeah.
And TT, Page Home.
Now, was he doing it from a sort of like subversive anti-comedy kind of way, or was he doing it as like, wouldn't it be funny if?
Yeah, I don't even.
Which is like, what's the difference at a certain point?
No, it was. But he and I almost got in a fight, and that was another time when I didn't.
Not comedy.
No, this is before he did his set.
Okay, got it.
This is.
In line. Okay.
It was a time when I didn't stand down. Like I actually. And he would have kicked my ass. He was, thicker than I was. But it was just one of those, because I don't often do it, but that occasionally, whatever the right mix of ingredients will make me go, I'll fucking kick your ass, right now. It's very rare, but that was one where I was like, whatever, he crossed the line.
What did he do?
I don't know. It was something about the getting... signing up thing, the process, it
was cutting in line or something?
Something like that, yeah. Like, you're a new kid, you don't
this is an open mic.
Open mic at Catch a Rising Star, 1982, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it the kind of thing where, like, you put your name in a bucket and then they, like...
Yeah, exactly. And it was something about, like, he thought he could get away with cutting ahead of me because... I was new or I hadn't done it before. And he was also like full, like lying. It was like scammy shit.
Well, the open mics have rules, but they're so corrupt. It's riddled with corruption. It's like, oh, you're friends with the host.
Yeah.
So you're going up.
God damn it. I'm so sorry. I just should turn this fucking thing off.
Oh, no, it's okay.
It's not okay. It's Amazon or UPS for... my wife.
Okay. Are they outside?
Yeah. I just opened the door for him. Hi. Hello? If it's for my wife, just take it back. Well,
just take it back. No, she needs that.
No, she doesn't need a fucking thing that she orders.
You don't know that.
I do. I know what she orders. She gets something every single day.
America.
Yeah, it's the bad part of America.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't have...
I don't know what I'm doing recycling. Why am I bother recycling when my wife
you're just getting like a new Amazon Echo every day?
Yeah. I don't know. It's not even an Echo. It's like sometimes she gets things to hold that are the things that she's accumulated a lot of.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll be so there's like a... What are you hanging up? Oh, this is where I can put all
the extra umbrellas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's
yeah. Just more plastic around the house.
Yeah, and then for please keep complaining about climate change. Yeah.
Right. Wait, I was gonna say I was never hit. It was never physical violence, but I did have this bully who.
And where was this?
This is elementary school in El Salvador.
Mm-hmm.
And I had this bully who I'll never forget this because it was like, I think his angles was more psychological, but I'll truly never forget this. He said, "I saw your mother at the airport with another man.
Wow. That's sophisticated.
At the airport with another man.
That's really sophisticated. How old were you?
Fourth grade also.
Wow.
So while you were getting, I'm going to hit you after school, I was like, I saw your mother at the airport with another man.
Wow.
Which is, the implication there is that, I guess, for like, okay, my mom's cheating on my dad, I guess, was the conclusion that he wanted me to derive. But at the airport,
less picking, maybe she picked up a friend or brother.
But at the airport is so like,
what was he doing at the airport?
What were you doing at the airport? What? Yeah, what was he doing at the airport?
Yeah,
just randomly.
Yeah, just hanging out. The gate 12.
But he's like I'm imagining like, we can't be seen. You have to go, and I'll meet you there.
Right.
I don't know. There was something so poetic about it.
Also, the airport in El Salvador in, when would this be? 1990
something.
Yeah. How big was it? What was it?
Small. Very small.
So I mean, yeah,
you'd be the talk of the town if you were at the airport with another man.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, it'd be very very stupid of them.
Yeah.
To be,
let's go to the airport bathroom and fuck.
But to me, it's like...
But wait, do I have to go get tickets? We have to buy a ticket to a flight just to go...
Right, it's like...
Should we go to a hotel?
That's a very expensive... No, but to me, it's like... Because the airport adds so much longing, right? Mm-hmm. It's like someone's leaving.
There's mystery, too.
There's mystery.
Or
someone's
arriving.
Or arriving.
Yeah.
It's...
somebody who's not from there. Or your mom's leaving. Oh, shit. Yeah, I would... that's a pretty interesting...
It's so loaded. Yeah. It's so poetic. And he would say like a lot of mean things. That's the one I remembered. And then I said something mean back at him that I still feel bad about today.
Really?
Yeah. I guess I'll...
For somebody who was trying to traumatize you into thinking that your mom... Are you guys picking up my stomach here? It's making all kinds of noises.
Are you hungry?
I mean,
a little
that hungry. I had one of those protein bar things.
Well, you didn't finish it.
Iced coffee. No, it's.
You didn't like it?
No, it's like it's sweet mush.
Yeah. I know, it's like dusty tasting.
It's just not my thing. But
what is the name of it? What is the brand of it?
This thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
drag them.
It is.
Drag them.
True Bar. Daydreaming about donuts is the name of this flavor. It's all
so
plant-based.
It's like a bar that is like, oh, I wish I was a donut.
Yeah,
that's a weird way of marketing something.
I wish you were a donut too, True Bar.
That's a weird thing that's a weird way of marketing something.
No gluten, no dairy, no soy, whatever. So it's all. It's just not very good.
Sure,
I'm sure some people like it. Let me say this: it's not very good to me. Because first of all, I don't have
really diplomatic.
Well, it's true. I don't have a sweet tooth. I cannot definitively say, "Oh, this is garbage." I just don't care for it, and it's way, way too sweet for me. And the sweetness masks the unpleasant texture. I think that's the point of it.
For the right person, maybe
for the right person. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Wait. Okay. So this is what I told my bully. Mm-hmm. That I still feel very, very bad about. Because he kept making comments about my mother. Mm-hmm. And I said, oh, wait, okay. Yeah, it's because he kept, like, your mother was at the airport with another, your mother was here with another. It was just, and I said, you are just...
Your mother was at the train station with a Nazi. Your mother was at the bus depot with a known criminal rapist.
I said, you are just jealous because my mother has a job and leaves the house and is not just a housewife like your mother.
I wouldn't feel bad about that.
I know, but I never met his mother.
Oh, she's a fucking cunt.
I do know that she was like a rich stay-at-home mom. So I think I was like...
That was a little... How did he react to it?
I don't know. I don't remember how he reacted to it.
Did he bother you again?
Yes, it did not work. Because I
wouldn't feel that bad about it then.
Yeah, I don't think that the sort of like militant feminism, my militant misguided feminism that I was hitting him with resonated in any way, shape, or form.
It doesn't mean anything to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom stays at home.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't need to have a job like your mom.
Right. I guess. Yeah. I guess that's how he saw it. Yeah.
How is that an insult? My mom is there when I get home. She loves me very much.
Yeah.
She plays with me.
Imagine if that's a beautiful scene. If that's how he reacted, and the final sentence was, "She plays with me."
Yeah,
she plays with me.
And Julio, if he said this, then Julio, I'm going to not bother you anymore because I can see now the pain that you have because of the comment you just made, and it doesn't bother me at all, but it clearly bothers you, and I think that's punishment enough. Did your mom ever do that? Did your mom ever give you that's punishment enough? Like you've been...
No.
Oh. God.
Wait, like when you did something bad and instead of them punishing you, they were like,
yeah,
you've
like
suffered enough?
I wasn't supposed to play with firecrackers, right? This is, again, probably 4th, 5th grade, something like that.
Yeah, famously, I think kids shouldn't do.
Yeah, and I was lighting firecrackers, and... You know, occasionally the wick is up high and there's sulfur on it, so it goes, and then it zooms quickly and blows up, right? Much quicker than you expect. And we were like playing with firecrackers and throwing them, you know, whatever. And one went off in my fingers, and you know, it hurt like a motherfucker, but it wasn't, you know, I didn't have to go to the hospital or anything. And clearly something had happened, and I might have been crying, I don't know, but she was like, "What happened?" I was like, "Firecracker went, you know, blew up in my fingers. I know I'm not supposed to do them, but then Trevor said I should, and then Travis came over, and they made me, you know, whatever." And pretty soon the pain went away, but my mother, you know, was like, "Well, you know you're not supposed to do that," and I would...
Now you know why.
And normally I'd punish you, but it seems like you've been punished enough. And I was like, "Yeah, I have." You know, and then so I got away with something but it taught me a little bit of pain. If I can get out of jail, you know, or being grounded or whatever, I'll take the hit. Literally.
But did you keep playing with firecrackers after that?
Yes, to this day. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just going to throw some at Union Square now?
I don't know if you had this growing up in El Salvador, but I don't even know if this is a thing anymore, but there were like PSAs too about not playing with blasting caps. Did you have that?
What's a blasting cap?
A blasting cap, I think, is used in construction. I'm not exactly sure, but there was like, shit, maybe this is just like a Georgia thing or I don't know, but like kids don't play with blasting caps.
Wait, can you? I can't even picture what that is.
I think it's like probably a, you know, like 3M80s, the destruction. You know, it's a thing that I'm guessing
like a firecracker looking thing.
I don't know, but I remember.
Oh, you just saw it like written.
Oh, yeah, and there were PSAs. Kids, don't play with blasting caps. You can lose an eye or whatever it was. You know, lose your limbs. I don't know. Yeah. It was like a
construction grade explosive.
Like left on a construction site or something like that.
Well, certainly don't play with that. I am still to this day terrified of fire. I don't like fire.
You know, a lot of people are.
But I never played with fireworks. I don't like candles.
Wow, that's...
I like lighters make me uncomfortable. I don't...
What about a gas lamp if you're walking down the street?
As long as it's not in my home.
Okay.
You're
talking about indoor fire.
I'm talking about indoor fire,
okay.
Yeah.
So what if you go to a restaurant and they have candles?
It makes me uncomfortable.
Do you say, "Blow that out, sir," right now?
Blow all of them out. Oh, yes, and one more thing. No, we're fine with water. And one more thing. Blow out every candle in this restaurant. Now.
Thank you so much. Yeah. No, tap is fine, or just still, I guess. But please blow out every candle before we continue this.
If you want me to keep doing this, whatever this is.
If you'd like me to, I was looking at the tater tots seem pretty good, but you're going to have to blow out all these candles.
Yeah. No, not just our table.
Yeah.
Every candle in the restaurant.
Ma'am. Yes. Could you blow out your candle, please, ma'am? Yeah.
I just hate fire.
I love it. I do.
You still love it?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not something you get over, I think, as you age. I used to love fire when I was a child, but as I've gotten older, I find no joy in it.
What sign are you?
I was born Aries, but I legally had it changed to Sagittarius about shortly after 9/11.
Because Aries got a bad.
Say what?
Because Aries got a bad rap after 9/11.
It was a vibe I was getting.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So Aries, fire sign.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know shit about that.
Aries, playful. You're very playful.
I mean, I'm everything that every astrology sign has.
No, I'm not playful.
I'm not saying you are playful, but I'm saying every attribute, every sign that has multiple attributes, I have some of those attributes from every single sign. It's garbage, bullshit, silliness.
But I'm like,
and I know that's an Aries thing to say.
No. I just think Aries suits you.
I'm half Aries and half Ghost.
And half Ghost.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Of the things that aren't real.
And
werewolf too. I'm a little werewolf.
Okay, werewolves are coming up a lot. Is that
It's my daughter's thing.
That's your daughter's thing. What did she watch, or where did she get that from?
You know, that's a good question. It started about...
Because it feels like a pretty older kid thing.
It started about 4 months ago-ish, and she decided that she's part... I shouldn't say decided, but she realized at some point that she was... And I think some of it's just when little kids talk to their friends and their parents and whatever, and they're like, they say things very... straightforwardly, like, I'm part werewolf. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. I found out I'm part werewolf. So there's going to be, and she knows when
the full moon,
and we've got it on the calendar, and you got to be careful.
Wait, that's adorable.
Yeah, so she's part werewolf, part vampire, but mostly werewolf. And it's, this
I think she's been watching True Blood.
Bluey. I don't know if it's on Bluey.
Bluey's a little dog?
Oh, it's the best. I love Bluey.
He's not Australian. He's not a cop, right? He's not like the...
No.
You know the ones that are cops?
The dogs?
Yeah. Paw Patrol.
Oh, they're not cops.
Yeah, they're cops. Paw Patrol, they're cops.
No, but they're like a roving band of... I know they're completely corrupt. I've seen Paw Patrol, and they're corrupt.
They take bribes.
Oh, yeah. And they plant evidence, and they murder people sitting in their car, especially, they
black crack down on protesters.
Black women, they just shoot. They murder, but Paw
Bluey's chill.
Bluey's great. It's a family of dogs, 2 little girls, and dad and mom, and then cousin Muffy, and it's good. I've most of the stuff that she watches, I'd say half of it is really good. I'm really impressed with it. Octonauts, great.
What's Octonauts
Storybots? About? Octonauts is a group of folks, animal things that do missions in the ocean, and then they've actually not franchised, but what do you call it? Spin-off type things where they're in the forest now, and you learn a little something about real specific.
Oh wait,
creatures.
I love that. Okay,
yeah, it's great, and Storybots is really good, and there's a lot of crap. There's a lot of Unicorn School and Dragon Girl Camp and Princess Fairy.
Wait, and this is the same show?
No. These are just other things that.
Yeah.
But there's some really good stuff for kids that goes way beyond Sesame Street and stuff. That's educational, and it teaches like social democracy. I shouldn't have said that.
What?
They'll get canceled.
Oh no!
Yeah,
they're grooming.
Yeah, they're trying to turn her into a caring human being.
Oh no, groomer.
Yep, and yeah, there's some really really.
Which ones do you not like?
I mean, they're all. There's also crazy stuff like Karate Sheep, and there's Mr. Bread.
Mr. Bread.
Yeah, there's like some Korean. Like crazy Bread the barber. Mr. Bread is like bread.
A barber. Bread is a barber.
Yeah, and there's some really great stuff out there, and like really bizarre, crazy shit that I'm glad she likes. That's kind of clever, crazy, kind of taking the mantle of like Fleischer cartoons and Looney Tunes and just going way, way past it.
Oh, interesting.
And, yeah, there's some really cool stuff that I like to sit down and watch with her. Karate Sheep is weird.
Do you ever watch them without her?
No. I should though. I should. Yeah. So, and I'm embarrassed.
Like, sorry, I couldn't wait.
She walks into the room.
Yeah,
and I'm
sorry,
embarrassed.
I couldn't wait. Like you were not in the mood to watch Bluey, so I watched it.
And I just immediately switch over to the baseball game. No, this is a baseball game. Yeah, there's good stuff out there. Have you seen Hundreds of Beavers?
No, movie? But that sounds fun. That's a big dam.
It's a black and white slapstick movie, no dialogue. But really, really well done. And I can't remember where I saw it, but it's on one of those streamers. But Hundreds of Beavers, silly. It's very kind of Guy Madden.
Oh,
if Guy Madden did slapstick silly shit.
Oh wait, that's so fun.
Yeah, check it out. Hundreds of Beavers.
Yeah. I think that is there an animal that you connect with? That you're like, oh, that's...
Oh, otters, yeah.
Otters, yeah, that checks out. I like beavers, even though I don't think I've ever seen a beaver with my own eyes.
Well, I've seen a bunch, yeah.
I never have I ever. Yeah. The way they carry things, they seem to be like so burdened. But like, I just have to get this done.
That's... Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. I'm like, oh, that's me cleaning my apartment. It's just like, it's just okay. Just gotta get this cup all the way over there.
Why don't you just save up your money and then once a month hire somebody?
Get a different place?
And get a different place, yeah. Yeah, get rid of, set fire to it.
Yeah.
Collect the insurance. Get a new place. New cups, new plates, all that.
I think definitely beaver. I emphasize with beaver. Also, I guess a little platypus.
And why is that? Just because you're a mix, or
yeah, because they're kind of weird. Octopus, because they collect and decorate.
Okay, you know more about this stuff than I do. Clearly, I just like otters because they just have fun and they look like they're having fun and they're in the water. I love
and they
being
like
in the
shells,
water.
Right?
Well, they will use clamshells to open things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They use tools.
And they use tools to open their clamshells, and then, you can use, if you get spaghetti and clams, you take one of the clams out of the shell, and then just use the shell. Same with mussels. You got to think of a moule frit, and get one, and then use the shell to get the rest of the clams out.
Don't try it with your fork. Do you feel like a little otter when you're doing that?
I haven't, but I will.
Yeah, that's
for sure. Yeah. I do like otters though. They're
a little otter guy.
When I go to the aquarium, which I'll if I have time and if I go to a new city. I haven't been to that one. There's one down the pier from Coney Island too. There's like down the boardwalk.
Okay. Yeah. I've been to that one.
Like Brighton Beach or area, right?
I think
a little
I've
further
been to
down.
That one, yeah.
And I haven't been to that one, but when I go home, when I go back to Georgia, I go to the Georgia Aquarium.
That one's huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
And it's I love it. I love it. And I take Marla there, and she's been going there since she was an infant. And but there's the otter thing kind of, and I just go and
do they have penguins?
Yeah.
I love penguins.
No, the Georgia Aquarium's great. Have you've been there, right?
No, I've only heard of it.
Oh, it's great. It's really I love going there. It's not cheap, but it's
I love
really
penguins.
relaxing, meditative.
Like Penguin,
Mhm.
the villain, the Batman villain. The
Mhm.
fact that he has an all penguin staff is something that I have always loved. What heaven to have like a penguin staff?
Did you see Colin Farrell in the whatever that Batman movie was that has him?
Yeah, but he doesn't. He has
He
human
was
staff.
great. He
Yeah, but there were
was
no penguins.
fucking great. I think they're going to be.
You think so?
I
Because there's a
do.
TV show, right?
Yeah, they're going to make a movie or a TV show.
I didn't know it was him because the prosthetic work is crazy.
He's so good in that.
Yeah.
And in part because it's Colin Farrell. Like if I didn't know it was Colin Farrell, I'd be like, yeah,
I
that
didn't know
guy's
it was
good.
Colin Farrell, and I thought the actor was great, and then I looked it up and realized it was Colin Farrell.
Yeah. What a fun thing to do.
That's the one that had the incel version of the Riddler.
The Riddler, yeah. Which was a bit, I watched it on the plane, and I was just hoping, like, please don't do the guy who laughs whenever in an inappropriate way and then screams a little bit because I'm the Riddler. Like that kind of, sorry, Emma. I should have warned you. I should have given you. But that's like a thing. And like, there's another really, because Paul Dano's a good actor.
Yeah.
And Andrew Scott is a really good actor, and he...
Was he in it? No, he wasn't.
No, but he was in Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch, which I really enjoyed. But he plays Moriarty, and I'm like, please don't do the thing. Where you go? Oh, sorry. I'm going to do it, right?
Yeah.
Where you yell sometimes, and then you stop yelling, and because I'm better than you, and it's just come on, guys. That's been done a million times.
Wait, before I forget, my favorite Batman villain.
Okay.
Is
King Tut.
What?
King Tut?
No.
Okay.
Calendar Girl.
Who's Calendar Girl?
Okay.
The Neil Sedaka song?
No, Calendar Girl is this villain who oh my God, you should look her up. Her whole thing is she used to be a model.
Okay.
But then she aged out of it. And this
is a real thing?
Yes.
Okay.
So she harbors resentment for all the agents and the editors that like told her she was too old to model. And she got apparently like plastic surgery that deformed her. So she wears a mask. She wears this white mask over her face and you don't see her face.
Did she get bit by a radioactive model?
No, she's just a model. So
it has no super...
Well, she's, reasonably fit.
Okay.
But no, she has henchmen. She's
okay.
And she like every time that she appears, because her whole shtick is being a calendar girl, it's like she's robbing this bank now, but as the 4th of July. So then she'll have like fireworks and like her henchmen would be like an Uncle Sam hit. Yeah. And then
wait, is this a comic book? Is this a TV?
I saw it in the animated series, in the Batman animated series.
Okay.
And or like she'll be like, oh, now she's robbing this other place, and she'll do it as like St. March, and then she'll be like in green, and then like her henchmen will have like clovers.
Who cares about robbing banks anymore? Like, shouldn't Batman be solely focused on saving lives?
Oh no, it's always banks. It's
and museums about the bank,
and
it's all federally insured, right? FDIC.
I mean, yeah, I'm like, whenever I hear about someone robbing a bank, I'm like, go off.
Yeah,
absolutely go off.
Yeah.
Anyway, her whole thing is like, I'm hideous, and she's wearing a mask the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the episode, they arrest her. Cops arrest her. And then her mask falls off, and then her hair is covering up her face.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's screaming, "Don't look at me! I'm hideous! Don't look at me! I'm hideous!" And then she lifts her neck up, and you see her face, and she's stunning. And Batgirl whispers to Batman, "But she's beautiful." And Batman says, "Yes, but she doesn't see it."
Oh,
I know.
wow.
Favorite villain.
It's
They should anchor the next movie on Calendar Girl.
I like it. Yeah, why not? Be fun, but but not the United States calendar, like the Canadian calendar.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. The layers of it.
Yeah,
she's
Boxing
Calendar
Day.
Girl. Oh wait, but she's the Canadian Calendar Girl.
Boxing Day.
Yeah, it's like like Thanksgiving is like all on a different.
Weird,
okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Julio Torres. Is there any place you want to or anything you want to say? Your upcoming shows or things?
No, I'm literally doing nothing right now.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming. You truly are one of my I'd say top 72 stand-ups.
Whoa! This year.
Currently, as of this week.
Currently, yeah. Huge.
No, but I remember the first time I saw you, I was like, holy shit, this guy is fucking funny. And also your delivery is great too, but really, really great writer. It seemed like a good dude. So I end every episode with a question from my daughter.
Love it.
Okay. Well, that's a big change because you earlier were saying you don't like questions.
No, but if she hits me with a tangible, if she hits me with
how does the sun work?
Yeah, then no, but it better be.
All right. Well, I
better be a philosophical
I better pick
question.
a different. Okay, I'm going to skip this one.
Okay, is it how to tie my shoes? Because I don't know.
No, it's...
I don't know.
It's not that. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Julio Torres. Question from my daughter. If the street were clean, could you lick it?
Yeah, you can lick the street at any state. I guess the question is, should you?
That's not the question. The question is, if the street were clean, could you lick it?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's not tell a 7-year-old, that's not, the question should be, here's where you're wrong. You're not.
See, this is why I'm not having kids.
Yeah.
I'm not having kids.
Yeah.
I don't think she's wrong. No, but I'm saying, I think that she should know
wrong.
that
it's a question.
She should know that she has the choice to lick the street whenever she wants.
She absolutely does not have the choice to lick the street whenever she wants.
But she probably shouldn't.
We live in New York.
Right.
I don't want her licking the street. But if the street were clean, and I think that's probably where this idea came from, this question. I don't prompt her on any of these. She just comes up with them, and she'll either ask the question, I'll go, that's good for the podcast, or say, Daddy, I have a question for your podcast. And
that's nice. Tell her I said yes.
Okay. I'm not going to expand on it. That's that.
Well, I do want to expand on it, but...
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Fine.
Yes. No, I'm going to leave it there. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right, Julio, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
That was a Headgum podcast.